one of these days I'm going to remember to turn on the microphone first. So if you missed that, do your face exercises. All right, today we are starting in a chair. We are starting in a chair instead of standing. We're going to do a few things first. First things first, we're going to do a couple of nerve flosses. So if you've been sitting or standing or whatever for the day, odds are you're a little out of alignment. Maybe you woke up with a kink in your neck, something like that. So the first thing we're going to do is a median floss. Now this is something you can do either standing or sitting. I'll choose to do this one sitting because I'm sitting. And the first thing we're going to do is sit up nice and tall, so a good straight posture from your ears all the way down through your tailbone. You're going to take one arm out to the side at 45 degrees, palm facing forward. You spread the fingers and flex the wrist back, okay, for angle purposes. All right, from here you're going to take your ear to your opposite shoulder and then raise and lower the shoulder only. Again, you can do this sitting, you can do this standing. All right, if you feel a little tingle or pulsing in your fingers, that's completely normal. That's your nerve trying to get in the right spot. And we do this about 10 to 12 times just to, I realize I don't have any music going. We do this about 10 to 12 times to get the nerve in the right spot. So, that's about right because I was talking, I wasn't counting. Those of you who know me know that. We're going to switch sides. Shake that out if you need to. Sometimes it makes your fingers feel a little strange. But I promise, the more you do this, the less strange they'll feel. All right. Switching sides, palm forward, finger spread, wrist back, ear to the opposite shoulder, and lift. And while y'all are finishing lifting, I am going to see if I can make my music play. Hey! Look at me being technologically advanced. Good. Let's do two more. Good. Wiggle that out. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you standing. You can absolutely do this one standing or sitting, depending on how you feel. It is not a balancing act. Okay, so the first one we did got the median nerve. That one runs from the base of the skull out these three fingers, right? The next one is a sciatic nerve, and that one's going to run all the way down your body, right? So this is not a balancing exercise. I'm going to do it standing just to demonstrate. You can do all the same motions sitting if you prefer. Okay? That is really loud. Okay. So, coming to standing or sitting, nice tall posture. You're going to start standing tall, take your chin to your chest, and then you're going to roll forward into bad posture until you feel a tug, if you feel a tug, all right? From here, you're going to pick one foot up as high as you can on its own power and hold it there. At this point, you're going to raise and lower the head only. Everything else stays the same. Again, we're shooting for that 10 to 12. And I think I started and stopped my sentence 4 times, but this is the sciatic nerve that runs the entire length of your body. You'll hear a lot of people complaining about this one. And I love this particular motion when I am waking up with a crick in my neck or just something doesn't feel right, and it really does wonders. Good. 2 more. Good. All right, so reset to standing or sitting if you prefer. This time we're resetting, standing up tall, take the chin to the chest, roll forward until you get a tug somewhere along your neck, spine, or leg, if you get one. Lift the opposite leg this time, and then raise and lower the head only. This is one of those that I notice. The more I do it, the looser I'll get and the easier my head will move. And just a good, comfortable pace. And this is something you could do morning, noon, and night, or just when you feel it. Good. 2 more. Good. Outstanding. So we can start with our warm-up. Typically we do start that standing, so for that we'll take our shoulders up, back, down, and forward. Nice, big, easy motion. Getting all the way into your shoulder blades. And then as you're ready, switch and go the other direction. Good. Take that down to the chest, taking the chest out, to the side, back, to the other side. And then smooth it out. Big rib cage circles. Good. And just to see how your dexterity is, let's switch directions. Take it the other way. Good. Taking it down to the hips, either with a tilt and a tuck, that's an arch in the back, and a squeeze of the butt cheeks, or little circles through your tilt and tuck. If you're doing little circles, go the other way. Good. Excellent. Keeping the feet nice and wide. And checking in with your knees to make sure they're square and ready to bend in the right directions. I'm just going to squat down and back up. And you can use your prop to hold on to if you need to. You can go freestyle, just coming down to whatever is just as comfortable. Not looking for pain here. Good. Next time your legs are straight, leave them straight. And hinge at the hips to go forward to stretch out the legs. Again, grab and hold of something if you want to or need to. We're using our chair as a prop today. Good. Release that center stretch and come over to one leg and stretch on that side. Good. As you're ready, gently switch sides. Good. Release that back to center. And come on upright. Just making sure that's on. Just had this little paranoia. All right. So we usually do our triangle pose. Our flow today, so we'll skip that part. Let's skip it for now. Okay, so let's do a couple of things since we're not going to get on the ground today. Let's do our pelvic body rolls. So from here, you're just going to tilt your hips or arch your back and roll forward to a flat back. You're going to tuck the hips or round them under and then roll back up nice and easy. So again, that's a tilt and a forward and a tuck and an up. This is kind of, think of this as like the cat-cow motion without actually having to get yourself down on the floor. Okay. And next time you're down in this position, lead up with your head. So start up with your head and end in a tuck. And down with your head and up with your head and end in a tuck. One more. Good. All right. So what we're going to do today is a rock back to hamstrings flow. And so this is the one where we're kind of in a nice wide triangle stance with one toe pointed away, and then we come down into a hamstring stretch. Well, that can get really difficult if you have lower leg problems or back problems to stay in that position. So one thing you can do is have a chair handy because it's kind of the right height. You know, you can bend over a little, but not a lot. Guess it depends on your chair and how tall you are, but hey. So, start with the chair to your side, feet nice and wide. Turn one toe towards the chair, then turn the top half towards the chair. Reach for the chair, and then just settle into a hamstring stretch on the front. That's the back of your front leg. Settle into that to whatever degree is comfortable for you. Maybe it's way up here. Maybe it's way down here. Whatever's comfortable for you, that's what you're going for. But the idea of the chair is that you're not using all of your effort to put the stretch in the wrong place. So this way you can use your prop. It would be the same with a block depending on where you're at right now. Good. Since we're doing a flow though, let's go ahead and lift that toe. So the toe of the hamstring that you're stretching, the toe of your front leg closest to the chair, we're going to pick it up. And if you probably feel that change how the stretch acts in the rest of your leg. That's good. Now place it back down on the ground. And then pick it back up. Leaving the heel down, just the toe. Good. And place it down. And we're going to pick it up one more time. And just hold. Take a nice deep breath in. Just let yourself feel the stretch. Good. Release the stretch on this side. So I'm going to move my chair over to the other side so I don't put my back to you. But you can always just turn around and do it on the other side. But I'll turn it around so I keep my face towards you. Then I'm just going to point the other toe towards the chair, turn towards the chair, and come down into a hamstring stretch on that side. So I'm looking at the back of my front leg should be stretching, and I'm using the chair so I don't have to expend my energy holding myself up while I do this. Also helps if you're in a small place like at your cubicle or at a desk situation. Good. Pick the toe up to flex the foot and feel how that changes the stretch in your leg. And then put the toe back down. And pick it back up. Didn't know you had a muscle there, did you? And put it back down. I am growing a community out here in real life, so they're just not on camera. And pick it back up one more time. And put it back down. Good. Release the stretch, okay? So if we were in a flexibility flow class, we might do something like that 3 or 4 times in a row. Because we only have 15 to 25 minutes roughly for our loosen up at lunchtime, we'll do 1 cycle of that. So we're going to do our cool down, which we usually do sitting on the ground. We're going to do it in a chair today, okay? Helpful if you're in grass, I suppose. All right. So this is just like any other cool down. Just instead of sitting cross-legged on the ground, I'm just going to sit up in a chair. Nice straight posture. Deep breath in. And a full exhale. Good. And we'll just mobilize, working our way from the top down. Taking your head looking left. And then gently all the way over to the right. And back to the left. And over to the right. Good. Bring it back through center. From here, with your shoulders nice and low, take your chin to your chest, elongating along the back of the neck. Good. And eyes to the sky. And then chin to chest. And then eyes to the sky. Good. Bring it back through center. With your shoulders still nice and low, take one ear over to one shoulder and just hold. And then gently switch sides. And switch. And one more switch. Good. Come back through center. This time I want you to lead with the elbows. Pick your shoulder. Using your reset. Using your shoulder blades, pick your elbows up and draw little circles backwards. Live TV. Hey, that's how it goes in class sometimes too. It is what it is. And then take them forward. Remember to get all the way into your shoulder blades. We want to loosen up at lunch. Good. Relax coming through center. With an inhale, open your heart to the sky. And then with a full deep exhale, close back down. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a little hug. Good. And an inhale to open. And a full deep exhale to close. I really like this one. Let's do it one more time. Inhale to open. And exhale to close. All right, relax through center. I'm going to turn to the side. So normally I do this where I pull myself up off the floor a little bit on my tailbone. Well, that's kind of tough to do when you're in a chair. So from a nice tall posture, just put your knees together and put your hands on your knees. Pull backwards. So I say pull backwards, like round your back, like you're trying to pull your knees off using your shoulders to try and feel that stretch along the upper back. You may have to come forward a little bit if you have a big round in your back, but I'm feeling that right now across my upper shoulders. And I don't mean tear your kneecaps off, just gentle pressure to pull. Good. And then release that. Now, the pushing backwards, we usually get our lower back involved. What I was testing out was I like, from my seated position, just forward folding over, and I can feel that stretch in the proper position along my lower back. And even if you don't go all the way, wherever you feel that stretch, that's enough. You don't have to go past that. If you feel it here, great. All right, now that we got the positioning, let's go to our knees and pull to get the upper back. And then down to our feet to get the lower back. Good. Relax, come through center. Now I know I'm not going to make you pull up onto your knees and do a cat-cow. But from here, what we can do is either from the base of the chair or from the top of the chair, with both feet back and about hip width apart, we're just going to arch and round. That way we don't have to crawl on the ground today. Just a few. Round and then arch. Nice and easy. Good. Also, since we're here, the other thing we do is we push back into a downward dog. Well, obviously we're not going to do that, but what we can do, I'm going to move forward a little bit. What we can do is inch our feet backwards and do some calf stretches. So first one foot, then the other, bending one knee. And you're going to have to play with this a little bit to figure out what the exact position is for you. Certainly don't have to use a chair. You can jump down into full downward dog and do this as well. But there's potential to see it both ways. Good. And then because we started standing, we didn't really have the opportunity to get into that forward fold position. Go ahead and take yourself into a forward fold that's just hinging at the hips, clasping your elbows, just swaying back and forth gently. Good. All right. Releasing that, come up nice and easy. So I did bring my stuff out to do a meditation. It is warm, it is a heat advisory, but the sun is not out. So, whoa, small favors. So we will go ahead and do our meditation for today. I'm going to take a quick drink here before I do. I'll see you inside. right. So, make yourself comfortable in your chair or seated on the floor or laying down, however you prefer to do it. And again, we'll just do a quick focused body scan meditation. So, take a deep breath in and a full exhale out. Take another deep inhale and exhale, and then gently close your eyes. Doing a body scan is a great way to place your attention on your body and put you into the present moment, allowing you to feel relaxed and focused. Let's begin. Draw your attention to the very top of your head. You may notice your hair or scalp. You might be wearing a hat. Whatever you notice, just become aware of it and place all of your focus on the very top of your head. Good. Now draw your focus to the very tip of your nose. All of your attention to the tip of your nose. Perhaps you can feel air coming in and out gently. Now draw your focus to the fingertips. Notice how your fingertips feel right now. No need to do anything. Just place your attention on your fingertips. Wonderful. Now bring your attention to the toes. Are they warm or are they cool? Are you wearing socks? Or are you barefoot? Place all of your awareness here on your toes. Now drawing your attention to the belly, the abdomen. Notice how it rises and falls along with the breath. Now let's bring your attention to your neck. If you have any tension here, simply let it melt away. You don't need it right now. And now the shoulders. All of your focus here on the shoulders. Let them drop down, relaxing a little more. Good. And now all of your focus on your legs. Both of your legs at the same time. And now both of your arms. All of your attention here on your arms. And now your entire back. Place all of your focus on the spine and the muscles of the back. Awesome. Now it's time to start hearing the sounds around you. Shift in your chair or mat. Move your wrists. Awaken yourself with gentle movement. And when you're ready, simply open your eyes. Thank you so much for coming back again today and sticking in with me. I appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I will try to remember to turn on my microphone first next time.